Naturally Marked here. Welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, I see you see me, so I want to see you. Press subscribe and become part of the fam bam. So today's video is going to be the don'ts of natural low porosity hair. So if you have low porosity hair and you're trying to figure out why your hair is not flourishing, then you're probably doing these steps. So if you're interested, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so the first thing that you're probably doing wrong is using heavy products. Now I'm only saying this with like a very light grain of salt because my hair likes heavy products sometimes and my hair likes light products sometimes. But if your hair is on the more thinner, low porosity hair type, you probably don't want to use heavy butters, oils, or creams on your hair. Opt out for the lighter creams, butters, and oils. Like a lighter oil is jojoba oil, a heavy oil is olive oil. A heavy cream would have to be more of one of the SHEA and Moisture heavy creams. Like when you're deep conditioning your hair, that can leave your hair really greasy and gunky, and if you have a low porosity hair and thin hair, that's probably something that you don't want to do with your hair. But if you have more of thicker hair and like higher density hair, then your hair will probably love a thicker conditioner or a like deep conditioner or a thicker hair styler. But then it probably just kind of plays in actually what's in the ingredients that will make your hair not like the thick deep conditioner or styling cream. So don't put thick deep conditioners or styling creams on your hair if your hair is low porosity and thin. So this one will probably get a little bit more like, huh, what? So the second thing for me with my low porosity hair is wearing weaves that's braided into my hair. So hear me out. When I wear hair that is not mine and I braid it into my hair, and as you guys can see, I have mini braids right now, but this is my natural hair. I notice when I put weave in my braids with my low porosity natural hair, my hair sheds so much when I put weave, like box braids, in my hair. And I think that's because of the chemicals that's in the weave itself, and also because our hair is so hard to get product in our hair, like moisture in our hair. When we are wrapping that synthetic hair around our hair, it's even harder to moisturize your hair with weave braided into your hair. So if you want to wear weave, I will most definitely probably opt out for doing your own natural mini braids and then putting a wig on your hair. But I'm just speaking from my experience. When I wear box braids, my hair hates when I do that, and I promise you I'll lose almost 2 to 3 inches of hair in the bulk of my hair. Like my hair kind of feels thinner after I put weave in my hair. And I think that's just because when you spend so much money on buying, like doing box braids, like $300, that's how much I paid for the lady to braid my hair. And then it was also $100 for me to buy all of those bundles of hair. So I spent $400 on this particular style, and I wasn't going to take it down in like 3 weeks. And our hair needs to be washed, clarified, hydrated. And when you have box braids in your hair, you're going to keep your box braids in for like 2 months, and that's just not healthy for our low porosity hair, and it does more harm than good. And especially if you get box braids around your edges that's too tight. Our edges does not like to be pulled tight. So that's like the third thing, is not to be doing hairstyles that pull your edges too tight and putting a lot of like Eco Styler gel and slick down. So doing like a lot of like wavy stuff with my edges, I don't know. I just noticed that my low porosity hair, I noticed that my hair pulls out, like the bulbs of my hair come out when I do a lot of things to my edges. So I just opt out of not really slaying my edges with a toothbrush or any of that, because my edges are more fine. Even before I had a baby, my edges have been fine, and then after postpartum, my edges completely came out, but now they have grown back in. And what I normally slick my edges down with if I'm doing a video is beeswax. So I will get into products and stuff in a whole nother video, but just avoid slicking your edges down consistently. So one thing that I noticed that my low porosity hair absolutely hates is being sealed with cold water. You absolutely cannot seal your hair with cold water, because once you start applying your product is going to just sit on the top of your hair. We need our shaft to be open to accept all of that moisture and products in our hair. And if you close your hair with cold water, you're shocking your cuticles closed. So you're not going to get any moisture or hydration in your hair whatsoever, and your product is just going to sit on the top of your hair instead of actually getting in your hair, moisturizing your hair and doing the goodness that it needs to do. So the next thing is sleeping with a deep conditioner in your hair. You guys, I've told you how this is not a good thing. If you sleep with a deep conditioner in your hair can get moisture overload, it gets gunky. And if you do a deep conditioner, now I'm only talking about deep conditioners, I notice that this happens when I do a deep conditioner, and I don't know if it's because it's formulated to really hydrate your hair or whatever is in a store-bought deep conditioner. I cannot sleep with it in overnight. Now if I do a avocado banana hair mask, I can sleep with that in overnight, but just a store-bought deep conditioner, don't sleep with it in your hair, because you're going to have moisture overload. Your hair is going to be so gunky, and you're probably going to be like, oh my gosh, am I going to have to cut off my hair? But after you moisture overload your hair, you're probably going to need to do a protein treatment. But I'm not telling you what to do, just you have to listen to your hair. Like, you guys, when it comes to low porosity hair, you have to absolutely listen to your hair. So one of the things that I noticed is if you use a lot of products that have protein in it, your hair can start feeling hard and even break off over time. So the next don't is to read the back of your bottles and to make sure your products don't all contain protein in it, because you can have a protein overload and then your hair will be so hard, like I said before, it will break off, and you'll probably be wondering, what's going on with my hair? Why is my hair breaking off? Like, why is it always feeling dry? And you literally have to read the back of your bottles to see what exactly you're using or putting in your hair. And if a lot of your products have protein in it, that's probably one of your problems or one of your issues, is using products that have so much protein in it and not getting a product that is actually benefiting your hair. So the last thing that I have to mention is actually trying to style your hair or apply some of your products on dripping wet hair. So the only product that I will have to say that I noticed that my hair hates to be applied on dripping wet hair is my gels. And I say that really lightly because I don't put gel on my hair like that anymore, but I notice when I am gelling my hair needs to be damp and it cannot be soaking wet. Like, the product just literally slides off of my hair, and that's why I always keep like a little spray bottle handy or close to me. So if I feel like the part of my hair that I'm working on is drier, then I can just lightly spray it and then work that product in my hair. But for the most part, I do not apply my styling gels on soaking wet hair, because the gels seem like they just get gunky, get beads on them, and they don't work well. Yeah, guys, so those are my don'ts for low porosity hair. If I left anything out, you guys, please leave them down below. These are the things that I just noticed that my hair don't like. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.